Hey everyone, it's Kailei, and before I get into this video at all, I want you all to know there are trigger warnings for this video, so please read up on those in the description down below. Also, if you're excited about this story and you like me so far, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you get a notification every time I post a video or every time I go live. That's something that I do every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So first, let's get into the setting of the story because this matters a lot, this house that we were living at. So when my parents got divorced, my dad bought this house and he got it for incredibly cheap because of some traumatic events that happened in the house. The person that owned the home previous to us was a single mom and her young daughter. The mom actually hung herself in the basement of this home, and that was why my dad got the home for a very cheap price. And it all seemed normal at first. What was interesting about this woman was that her siblings lived next door in another house. So when she passed and took her own life, her daughter moved with them. Every so often when we first moved in, her daughter would come and knock on our door and ask for her mom. And we would just have to say, sorry, she's not here. And that would be it. She would just leave. She was so young. She was only around 5 when this happened. So I can't imagine her understanding the depth of the situation. So we just would do our best to say, sorry, she's not here. That would be it. Then things started to get a little strange in the house. Things started to happen that just were not explainable. Is that even a word? I don't know. But things just did not make sense that started to happen in this home. My stepmom was already saying that there were people walking by down the halls. That turned into us hearing footsteps in the hall. So the way that this house was set up, there was one long hallway throughout the entire house that separated all of the rooms that were on either side. So it was like a really long rectangular home. My room was at the very end of the hall, and my bed was right in front of the door. So from my bed, if the door was open, I could see down the entire hall. And so what would start to happen is my stepmom would tell us, yeah, I'm seeing all these ghosts and I'm seeing like people walk by, and then we started to hear footsteps going down the hall. My bed was in front of the door. I could see the hall. So yeah, there were a lot of people living in this home at the time, but I could see that no one was there, but hear the footsteps still. I don't know. It was just really creepy. At the time, I thought nothing of it because I was thinking, oh, it's the friendly ghost. It's the happy ghost. It wasn't until a little bit later that things started to get more sinister. We had a lot of young kids at the house because there were a lot of siblings, all of us together, you know, my stepmom's children, my dad's children combined, whatever. So we had a lot of toys in the home. Things started to happen like remote control cars would just start driving throughout the house in the middle of the night. One of us found the remote for the car. So we're in the bedroom with the remote for the car, not pressing any buttons, and the car is in the living room, which was a separate room from where we were, moving, making noise. We could hear it. We could hear it moving. We could hear it slamming against walls. And then when we would go and investigate, it would stop and nothing would be going on. You can't explain that. It's so, it just boggles my mind. It's so creepy. And anytime that the daughter would come over, that night something would happen. So it started with footsteps and we would open the door and nobody's in the hallway. Then it became the toy car, and then it became the televisions in the house turning on at full volume. So we all would be asleep, remotes nowhere to be found, but the television would turn on at the maximum volume that it possibly could. So the way that televisions used to work back in the day, I don't know if this is how it still works now, is that the volume that it was when you turned it off is the volume that it would turn on. So if someone with the remote turned on the TV as like a prank, they would have to turn it on and then turn up the volume. So you would hear the volume get louder. So there's no way, like I would turn off the television in my room at a normal volume and randomly in the middle of the night, it would turn on full blast. This happened multiple times, and that turned into tapping, creaking, noises. It was beyond fathomable, and we just accepted it the way that it was. And my parents brought in a priest to like bless the home. Like they were really freaked out. We weren't that freaked out because we didn't feel that it was sinister. We didn't feel that it was dark at this point, but they felt that it was enough that they brought someone in, so that they were even freaked out. It wasn't just us kids making this up, you know what I'm saying? It was like our parents were freaked out also. So that turns into the last thing that I remember happening with this ghost. Our parents recognized that we were old enough at the time that we could be home alone. So we were babysitting, I guess you could say, our younger siblings, and they really liked Thomas the Tank Engine at the time. Now, this is before like video on demand. This is before like Netflix was a thing. So we had a DVD of Thomas the Tank Engine that we could put on for them. We couldn't play this for them any other way. We couldn't like pull it up on a computer at this point in time. You probably had the ability to, we just didn't have like the resources to, is what I'm trying to get at. So we go to put the DVD on for them, and before I have a chance to even turn the DVD player on, it opens. Right after we were saying, let's put on this movie to help them fall asleep, the DVD player opens and the DVD is in it. And we were like, okay, that's really weird, but it's okay because the DVD was already in the DVD player before, so this isn't weird at all. And so my older brother's like, okay, well, put on the movie. And I'm like, okay, like, let me close the DVD player. And I reach for the remote. The remote has no batteries, so I'm like, I can't turn this movie on unless we find batteries. Boom, the TV turns on. With the movie playing! The DVD player was still open with the DVD on it, but the movie is somehow playing on TV. There is no way. There's no way, as we were talking about. And so we're really freaked out at this point, super freaked out. And we're just looking at each other thinking like, what do we do? What do we do? I guess this, and our younger siblings don't understand why we're like kind of taken aback. But of course, when the TV turned on with the movie playing, it was incredibly loud. Super loud. And so my older brother's like, turn down the volume. And I had the remote at this point, but it still had no batteries. So I'm like, I can't. The remote has no batteries. Y'all, I kid you not. The second that I say the remote has no batteries, 2 AA batteries come rolling out from underneath the DVD player. I have never felt, at this point in my life at least, because it got worse, I had never felt such chills down my spine. Both of us. The DVD player was in an entertainment system that was against the wall. No one else was there except for us. There's no way that the wind from the wall, from behind the thing, blew the batteries. It was Mom Ghost. There's no other explanation beyond it was Mom Ghost. And it was terrifying. But I guess you could say this video was somewhat anticlimactic because Mom Ghost was a friendly ghost and she never caused us any problems. It was more like trickery. It was more like playfulness than anything truly sinister or dark. And so we just accepted the fact that Mom Ghost was there and we enjoyed her while we lived there. After a while, things stopped happening. The neighbors still lived there the whole time that we were there, but the daughter had moved. So we feel that when the daughter left, she left too, to be with her. That's the story of Mom Ghost. If you enjoyed that story and you're excited for more content similar to this, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell again. All of my social media accounts are also in the description down below. I have a blog channel. I stream on YouNow. I stream on Twitch. I stream weekly here. There's a lot going on, so check all of that stuff out in the description down below. And now we're going to move on to a segment that I like to call viewer readings. And this is what I do on my live stream, but this is more of like a shout out version. And this is my first time doing this, so let me know how you like it in the comments down below. I have a Twitter account. Follow me if you're interested in that. And every week I ask all of you to send me your questions that you would like me to pull a tarot card on. And as long as you're following me, I choose one of those people at random to do a reading for. And so I'm going to pull a tarot card for that person and give them a short reading. This is a tweet from my fiance, Andrew. He is my test run of this series, and he asks me, I am considering another job. Would this be a good decision for me? And the tarot card that I've pulled for this question is the Lover's card. This is a sign from Spirit telling me that you might be doing this to please your lover, which is me, and you might be doing this just to sort of fill a pressure that you're feeling from me at the same time, because I work multiple jobs. That doesn't mean that you have to work multiple jobs, but it might mean that you're making this decision based on that. Also, I would consider, is this something that you're actually going to love? If it's something that you're going to love and something that you're really going to enjoy, then why not? Go for it. So that is what I have to say in regards to you getting a new job. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see me in your future soon. Bye.